this is Sari, and you guys should check out All Things Transformers with Steve, Megatron, and TFG1Mike. It's a cool show.
You're listening to the GeekCast Radio Network of podcasts.
Supernatural. From
Brave Star.
Maybe it was a Manglore.
It's Castle Grayskull.
Tune in next week for a much better episode. For now, though, courage.
Hello and welcome to the 53rd episode of ToyCast, sponsored by BigBadToyStore.com, where you can save from 20 to 90% on over 1,000 items. I am your host, TFG1Mike, and joining me is PecanCtMichael. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going. How are you?
I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, you're hanging in there. Everything all right?
Well, yeah, for the most part. I was a little under the weather today, but good. It wasn't a bad day. We got pictures taken of the boys.
Yes, who I'm convinced that I can convert into Boston Celtics fans now.
Just because they happen to be wearing Boston Celtics colors doesn't mean that they're Boston Celtics fans.
Well, the conversion starts now.
They don't live in Boston. We're not
So?
Celty, I guess would be the word.
Celty? What the hell? You constantly make up words. You've been making up words since TFG1 episode 14.
It's part of my charm. I like making up words.
Oh, boy.
I like it better when people repeat them.
Yeah,
I think it's a real word. Yeah, Autobotley, exactly.
Yeah, that's not a real word.
I think that's been introduced into the lexicon.
Oh, crap. What else has been going on with you?
Actually had something I was going to mention, and I completely forgot what it was, so I don't know. I saw a Transformers movie, Devastator. At Walmart today, the great big ass one for $65.
Oh, hell.
And I was like, well, that's 30% off. I'm gonna wait for it to go down to $20. Then I'll buy it.
Yeah, no. Now, see, it's funny you say that because it doesn't do anything. That's like if I sent you like 3 whole wave boxes of Mighty Muggs, you'd probably send them back to me because they don't do anything. Why is anybody going to buy that $100 piece of crap, even if it is 30 or 20% off or whatever? You're always on me about the Mighty Muggs, the fact they don't do anything. That thing doesn't do anything either. What the hell, man?
They turned into 6 vehicles, which is neat, I suppose. I would probably display the thing in vehicle mode before I display it in robot mode, because I just don't dig that Devastator.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. I'm not thrilled with the design. The whole hunched over thing with the huge ugly maw, it's just not a very attractive robot.
Mm-hmm.
And I can kind of see what they're going for, but it's just not for me. But I mean, if they want to sell me one for $20, I'll take it. It was, I want to say last year, right before Christmas, Amazon.com did a huge, just fire sale on all their, I want to say Universe Ultra Size toys and stuff like that. And the Leader Class toys from Transformers Animated, and they sold them off for $15-20 each.
Yep.
And I bought the hell out of them. Oh yeah, you just sent me the link for the Japanese G1 repaint of the Legends Class Devastator.
Yeah, you said a while ago that you were never going to get that. Well, now you can get it.
Well, it's neat. It's $55.
Well, no, all right. Outside of price, what I'm getting at is you told me that it would probably never come here, and you're never going to be able to get it. Regardless of price, you can now get it if you want it.
Yeah, there it is. I thought $35 was a lot for the U.S. edition that I got.
You know what I'm finding on a lot of this stuff that BBTS has that isn't something that it hasn't been out for a while? It's really expensive.
Oh, yeah, no, there's a lot of markup there, especially for the Japanese stuff, because it's all about the shipping. They're going to spend $20 to get it here.
Well, it's not even that. It's, let's see.
Not that much in bulk, if you buy them by the case or by the pallet.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they've got like 500 of these things in their warehouse. Then they're going to ship it for a lot less than what you would ship them individually. But I think for the most part you're paying, number one, for the demand. Their perceived demand, right? Because the stuff that people want more, they're going to mark it up. And the stuff that costs more to ship, they're going to mark that up. They have to pay for their own shipping costs. So no, I see why they would mark it up to $55. In a year, if there's still 10 or a dozen of them left over from that giant pallet, they'll probably mark it down to $45. And I'll seriously think about buying one then. Or I'll go to BotCon and pay $54 for it, and I have to pay shipping. A Big Bad Toy Store always has a huge presence at the BotCons. As far back as I can remember, they've always had multiple tables.
Yeah.
So they'll have a bunch of these in stock, and I'll probably, maybe I'll buy one. I always buy a lot from Big Bad Toy Store. TF Source, Big Bad Toy Store. There's a guy. I'm going to hate myself now because I don't quite remember his name offhand, but there's a Corey, DecepticonMatrix.com. I always spend a lot of money at his booth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, if by some weird coincidence he's listening, Corey, hook me up, buddy. These retailers, they go there and they just bring a lot of stock. And usually, TF Source will just mark everything down pretty well. I mean, it's not ridiculously priced, but I think what they put on, especially TF Source, God, you go to their website and you think, wow, I don't really want to pay that much. But then, you go to BotCon or a convention and it's usually about $10 less, and you don't have to pay shipping.
Yeah. And see, that's what, I just linked you to, it's one of the things, I actually emailed BBTS about this. I just linked you to the substandard version of Battle Cat for Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, $95.
Yeah, and I emailed Big Bad Toy Store and I asked them, I said, why is this substandard box?
Demand.
I understand that, but why not $40 or $50 or something similar to, I think Matty Collector was selling them for $30.
Right, but the deal is the price of something is always going to be judged by the supply, how many you have, versus demand, how many the people want to buy. If they've got 5 in their warehouse and they think that 50 people want to buy it, and at least 5 of those people want to buy it really, really bad, then they're going to crank up the price to the point where only the people who really, really want it are going to buy one. There's somebody out there who's going to pay $100 for that thing.
Yeah.
They're going to look on eBay and say, oh man, I could pay $120 on eBay plus another $20 in shipping, or I can go to Big Bad Toy Store and pay $95 plus $5 in shipping.
See, I don't even think it's $5 in shipping. I think it's more than that.
It used to be $5 shipping on everything. It may have changed.
No, it's changed. It's
a while since I bought anything from them, but like I said, I see them. I don't want to say every year, but I see them very often in person. So, more often in person than most people who shop at the store. It was way back in the day. It was like the guy who ran it was there.
Yeah.
And you could ask him questions and say, hey, I don't know if the guy who runs it still shows up at BotCons, but, way back in, I want to say 2000, the first year I went, he was there. And I talked with him. He's really nice. Sold me a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, the cheapest method they have is UPS ground, 3 to 7 days. This method is trackable. For this item, it's $10.09. So if I ever wanted that, that's going to cost me over $100 for that toy from them, which isn't. I mean, I love the Battle Cat. I wish I could get it, but
it'd be cheaper to get a vintage.
Yeah,
It probably won't be as articulate. If I remember right, the vintage Battle Cat was just a brick. It was one piece of molded plastic.
Yeah,
and it had a saddle and a helmet, and that was it.
Yeah,
but this Battle Cat looks like he's actually got articulation.
Oh, it does have articulation in the legs and everything else, but yeah, the vintage one, the vintage Battle Cat, you're right. It's basically just one hunk of plastic.
Yeah, I used to have one when I was little.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, I had the Skeletor's cat too, and it was yeah, and it had like purple fur on it. It was a Battle Cat with purple fur.
No. It wasn't a Battle Cat. It was completely different than it. I actually bought one for Kevin's birthday last year. Kevin, the host over there on ToonCast, because he had never had it. I found one on eBay for like I don't know, $10-15. I don't know, something. And yeah, it was purple fur, but it was a completely different, and it was the same molded thing as far as one piece for the body, but the head sculpt, I think, was different. And he actually didn't come with a helmet. He just came with the saddle, because he never had a helmet in the cartoon, so.
Right. Okay, I'm going to have to call bullshit on you, because I happen to know for a fact that Panther was just a repaint of Battle Cat, except he had that purple fur.
No, his mouth is completely different.
His mouth is not completely different.
Dude, I'm telling you.
He didn't have a helmet.
I know he didn't have a helmet,
it was the same toy.
No, it's not. Well,
yeah, I will send you a picture of it.
It looks different, though, is what I'm telling you. No, I know, but what I'm saying is, I'm looking at the BBTS version of Battle Cat that's sold out. With the damn retro junk.
Oh, are we talking about the new one?
No, I'm talking about if you search Battle Cat on BBTS, both the vintage and the new one come up. I'm looking at the vintage one, and I just searched for Panther in there as well, and that comes up as well. His mouthpiece is down. It's different. Trust me, it's different. I know what the hell I'm talking about.
You might be confusing me then. We're talking about both of the
cats from Masters of the Universe, the vintage line.
I just searched for Panthro and he's there.
No, not Panthro. Panther.
Panther.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, there he is. He's sold out.
Right. Now, if you search for Battle Cat, you'll see that the mouth on the chin, on the bottom part of the lip, Battle Cat's lip is not hanging down like Panther's was.
That is his, Oh, that's because it's covered up with his mask.
No.
I'm telling you, they're the same mold.
No, they're.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. I'm not arguing that the mold of the body isn't the same. It totally is, because I'm looking at these two pictures now on this retro junk crap. What
okay. What are you saying then? Because I'm saying that they're the same mold, and you just said they're the same mold.
But it doesn't look the same though. Even if you took
because he's got fur.
No, it's not about the fur. It's about his chin. His chin looks longer. Even if you took Battle Cat's helmet off, Battle Cat's chin is not as long as Panther. Panther. I almost said Panther myself.
I know it's Panther. Yeah. It's Grandpa Cosby.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, it's one of these things where it's like, wow, I would so want to get a lot of these newer stuff, but they're so expensive.
Yeah,
and the fact that they're brand new. But that's the other thing that pisses me off. They are brand new, and they are so expensive. And you can only really try to get them from BBTS because, hell, Matty Collector, fuck that. I mean, Matty Collector, I'm sorry. I follow them everywhere, Facebook and Twitter, but I really don't care because every time I go over there to look at Master Universe stuff from the Classics line, it's all fucking sold out.
Yeah, they tend to sell out within like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Oh, all right. That link I sent you with the pictures of Battle Cat and Panther next to each other.
Yeah.
Directly below that, there's a naked Battle Cat and a naked Panther, a Black Panther.
Right.
From the earlier Big Jim line, and they all have the big furry chin. Where the chin comes down. Even the earlier one, it looks like it came out in 1971.
Oh.
It kills me that Battle Cat was originally molded in 1971. That's before I was born.
Yep, 2 years.
That's crazy. But yeah, nevertheless, you can if you look at the Panther from 1971, you can plainly see the chin under where his teeth come out of. There's several pictures of it, in fact.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's a tiger that came out in 1976.
I wonder if they're ever going to release Orko.
Re-release Orko?
Yeah.
I had an Orko, and he was kind of shit, to be honest.
Well, I mean, he is... Orko, the toy, it's in there. It's like halfway down...
I see him, yeah.
The toy, he had wheels on the bottom of him, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he had one of those
pull back
zip lines.
Yeah, pull back and pull and release things. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like the Evel Knievel motorcycle thing where you put it in there and you pulled the zip line and he would go around a little circle. And I
always liked Orko as a character, so I liked having his toy. What? Orko's cool.
Yeah, he's comic relief.
Yeah.
I mean, I never felt compelled to own a Snarf, but hey.
Oh no, hell no. Thundercats for me, I stopped when I wanted the actual Sword of Omens from the show. When I couldn't get that, screw it. I think the only Thundercat toy I ever had was Lion-O.
Oh, I didn't have any Thundercats. I didn't even know anybody who had Thundercats.
Well, now you do, and knowing is half the battle.
You had Thundercat? Oh, you had a Thundercat.
Well, yeah, so, still. I actually,
yeah.
Horde. No, now that I'm looking at all these pictures, I'm looking for a toy that I think I used to have, but I don't remember if I really had him or not. Well, I had the snake guy. Tongue Lasher.
Oh yeah, with the snake, the tongue.
Yeah.
Flip out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was about when I started not being interested in those anymore, because I didn't even realize they had a King Randor back in the day.
God, they made a Gwildor?
Yeah, they made a bunch of those from the movie.
Yeah.
And like Grizzlor. What the hell is that supposed to be? And yeah, they had a bunch
the
from
Grizzlor was Hordak's version of Beastman.
Yeah. I really liked the snake ones. I had a Cobra Con that I would fill with water and spray my sister with, and she'd be all pissed off.
Oh, wow.
See now, I'm looking here. The more farther you scroll down, the farther down the timeline you get.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the dinosaurs.
I don't either.
I remember the Rock Lords, but just barely. I mean, I had a Snake Mountain. Oh, now we're getting S playset. Okay, I'm just looking at figures. Like toward the end, there's figures here I've never even heard of. I mean, they've got like these things that's basically a torso with a chainsaw for legs.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. Who would buy these?
I don't know. But
I was in college
the classics line that Mattel's been doing, regardless of however Mattel and Matty Collector deal with their their product line or whatever, just the Classics line in general are very nice updates. I pre-ordered the Hordak reissue figure from BBTS, and it's a nice update to the Hordak figure.
Yeah. Yeah, they all look very nice.
Mm-hmm.
They're very well done. Yeah. I didn't even want to try to order any of those, because
Well, see, that's the thing. I wasn't going to try to order them from, obviously, MattyScalper.com, but it's one of those things where if it's at BBTS and, whatever, and it's in stock, I don't mind it. Granted,
Yeah.
I've never actually bought any of the Masters stuff from BBTS yet.
Yeah.
But, it's just one of those things where I want to so badly, but I know I can't afford it.
Yeah, I'm only allowed one collection.
Well, I know that, but, for me, this wouldn't be like complete the collection type of deal. For me, this would be get my favorite characters in, newer, more articulated stuff, basically.
Right. Yeah, I know what you mean. Man, we had bought one of those new, not so much new now, but they're the Marvel Universe from Hasbro. They're the 3 3/4 size figures.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of in size or in shape or in scale, let's say, with the GI Joes. And I haven't held or tried to play with any of the new releases of the GI Joes, but we got Aiden, Captain America, and a Spider-Man for Easter, and we're going to put it in his Easter basket. So we're opening all the Easter stuff that we bought him today, because he was in preschool. And I'm playing, with Captain America, and the articulation's amazing on these.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they twist at the bicep, and at the they got a hinge right at the elbow, but then the wrist turn as well. They got articulation at the ankle, and then the bottom, somewhere between his ankle and his knee twist, and then his knee has the hinge joint. I mean, and they bend at the chest. I mean, he's just all sorts of articulated. And for a 3 3/4 guy, I mean, that's just an insane amount of articulation. And I'm thinking, man, I can't imagine the G.I. Joes that I grew up with being this articulated. I mean, that would be really fun to play with. But, I don't collect those.
Yeah.
Can't collect those. I don't want to say that I'm not allowed, but that's what it comes down to. My wife won't let me.
Yeah, you're not allowed.
I'm not allowed, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so what toy are we going to review today?
I don't know, what are you talking about?
I have Beast Wars Rattrap.
Oh, that ugly thing?
No, he's cool. He came out in 1996. He's the basic size, and the neat thing about the first run of basic size figures for the Beast Wars is that they had that spring-loaded transformation gimmick that kind of carried over from the tail end of the G2 line.
Mm-hmm.
Generation 2 Transformers, like the Cyber Jets, and a lot of the cars, the basic sizes, they had, gears, like a gimmick that was all spring-loaded, and you would push a button or something, and they would just kind of flip out.
Yeah.
I want to say close to the way that the activators work now.
Right.
Little figures that you push a button and they go, and they're transformed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this guy here, in I want to say vehicle mode, in rat mode, in beast mode, he looks like a little rat. He's not very articulated.
And he's ugly as hell.
Well, his mouth doesn't open. He's got little ball joints for his feet. All 4 feet. and his tail moves. Got a little hinge joint there that moves, but that's about it. His mouth doesn't open. He's got little molded on teeth there, so he kind of looks like he's, growling at you.
Mm-hmm.
But you could mistake him for a mouse. He looks like a mouse, kind of. He's got a big head, big hindquarters. He's got a big ass, but yeah, he's got big birthing hips for a rat. Right? But no, he's nice. He's gray. Got some tan detailing in the back, and is leading out into his tail, and his tail is tan. He's got little pink feet. But
where the hell does his tail go in robot mode?
Well, that's just it. We were talking about this earlier off air. I hate tails that turn into whip weapons.
Universe Cheetor.
I know. Well, damn near all of anything that has a damn tail, and later on in the Beast Force line, it comes off and becomes a whip. And I hate that. To me, it's just kind of I don't want to say a waste. It's at least I have a weapon, but it's cheating. It's like, how important... Not every Beast Force character can be Indiana Jones. One of these days, someone's going to pull out a gun and shoot you. But, yeah, so anyway, you wiggle his tail a little bit, and the spring-loaded gimmick catches in, and literally, pops him completely out. His legs pop out, his arms pop out, and he's already right there in robot mode. It makes me wonder, like nowadays on the packaging, it'll tell you transformation difficulty, 1, 2, 3, or 4, sometimes 5, I think, and a lot of times these don't really mean anything, because they'll have deluxe sizes that are 5, which is sad, yeah. But this guy, he couldn't have possibly been more than a 1. Honestly, you touch him on the tail, and oh, look, he's transformed.
So basically, his tail is his activator button?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. His tail kind of tucks into his back, and if you pick his tail up a little bit... Oh, Jesus, honestly, you fondle him on the butt. This is wrong. I would transform, too, if somebody fondled my butt.
Pull my tail and I will fart on you.
His transformation sound doesn't go ch-ch-ch, it goes... No! Oh, I felt that on my hand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but in robot mode, and I never liked the way his head looked. I had the Transmetal one.
I love
before I had... See, I don't like the Transmetal.
I want the Transmetal one.
Why the hell does he have an exposed brain?
Because, alright, if you... okay, if you go to the main... Oh, here, screw it. I'll just put the damn link in the thing.
It actually says right here, his brain is exposed because... it doesn't make any sense to me.
Alright. That's the main Rattrap page, but if you scroll all the way up...
Yeah.
To the character part of the page, all the way up at the very top where it shows him...
Yeah.
Okay? If you look on his head from the Beast Wars mold...
Right.
On the top of his head, it is silver, and it shows brain. It shows like parts of brain.
Right.
Swear, I will. Hell, let me look in my screenshots here and see if I even have one. But continue talking on your toy, and I'm going to see if I can find this.
Okay. Once again, I am ditched.
No, I'm still here. I'm just letting you talk.
The thing that bothers me though with his head is he's got exposed brain, and in the toy, not just the computer model, but on the cartoon, but in the toy, his brain's exposed, and I just don't dig that because I don't personally think he should have a brain. Not like not have a brain, but not have an organic brain that you can see, if that makes sense. But yeah, he looks a lot like the animation model. He's not painted.
Open that file.
Alright, hold on. Pete.
But he's not painted like what?
Well, the animation model has, on the shoulders, the shoulder joints there are a different color than the rest of his arms. His elbow joints are a different color than the rest of his arms. His knees have more paint applications on them. And in the toy, those details are there in the toy. They're molded into his arms and his elbows and his knees, but they're not painted.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not brought out as much.
Now, if you look at that photo I just sent you, okay,
okay,
and if you look at his face,
yes,
it shows on the top of his head brain matter in the cartoon model.
okay, yeah. That's
So
he has exposed brain.
Exactly, and while I get that you don't like that on the toy,
yeah,
does it bother you on the cartoon model?
It does. And I just said, they did a very good job of taking the toy models and digitizing them into the TV show.
I thought
they did a very good job, but I just don't like that. Some of the things I do like about him, number one, is that he has stowaway weapons. His gun splits into two parts, and each part then plugs into little hidey holes, little storage compartments in his side quarters.
That fits in line with his animation model, too. Because remember, he always had, on his arms, he had the explosive things that he would chuck out of his little wrist.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got places to hide stuff, but a big departure from the animation model is the fact that he's got side kibble. All of this, the rat flanks, let's call them, the sides of the rat, are hidden in like a backpack almost, in the cartoon, but the toy here, they can't really, well, I guess if the hinges pushed all the way back so that the feet were facing behind him, that might be the case, but then I don't think his spring gimmick would work.
Yeah.
So in lieu of that, they just kind of hang off to the sides.
Yeah.
His feet are sticking out perpendicular to his body, but it's not awful, and plus it gives you someplace to stow his weapons. Now, in G1, even to a certain extent G2, stowing of the weapons is unheard of.
Yeah.
The Cyberjets had it, and I think some of the vehicles, I want to say, didn't make it the G2 cut and ended up in the Machine Wars line.
Mm-hmm.
And then some that did make the cut. I want to say, I forget who they were exactly, but they had it. They had the spring-loaded gimmick, and they stowed the weapons away on the side. So, it's almost like they put those away on hold, waited a few years, and then kind of brought that design back and turned it into a mouse. Or a rat. A fancy rat.
No, a fancy rat is the Transmetal toy. Roadster Rat Trap. I so want that toy.
I'm so not thrilled with that toy.
I so want that toy.
I like the Japanese one that's kind of orange.
Yeah.
But I'm not thrilled. Well, it's like I have the I've got 4 different decos of that mold, and I'm just not happy with any of them.
I'll take the red one.
No thanks. I think it's the blue one that's the rare one, actually.
Yeah, probably.
Not the Fox Kids one with the repaint. The blue one. He's hard to find.
Yeah, because the red one is pretty much the cartoon model.
Yeah. So no, I like the figure. I like the fact that he's very cartoon accurate. The colors are very similar. He's lacking, a lot of the paint apps, for lack of a better term, that you'd find in the cartoon. But, hey, he was a basic size toy. He's not going to have a lot of paint apps. The head on his chest is a lot bigger than in the cartoon. I mean, his whole upper torso is rat head, whereas in the cartoon, it's just kind of like part of the rat head is on his chest.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. But again, it's compromises, for the transformation of the toy. I like him. I like a lot of the Scout class figures from the early Beast Wars, because they all had the similar gimmick. The things I like about Rattrap are his spring-loaded thing, and the fact that he's got a lot of articulation. He's almost all ball joints at the shoulders, at the elbows, at the knees, at the hips. Very posable. His weapon's stowaway. I mean, this is all designs that are shared all across the scout line, all of the scouts for this first year or so. And it wasn't until they switched into the
Medals.
Yeah, the trans medals in season 2 that they stepped away from that. And because of that, I'm not as thrilled with the medals molds.
I love the medals molds for the most part. I can tell you right now, one of the things I'd like to hunt down by Christmas time this year, or actually 2, is the original Cheetor Trans Metal 1 and this Trans Metal 1 Rat Trap, the red one. Because they look awesome.
Figures here, and a lot of what's his name? Pterosaur. Yeah, he's another one of those basics. The Razorbacks, the Spidor, a bunch of these are all spring-loaded.
One of the things I don't get about, what would basics be legends nowadays?
No, I don't think so.
Or would they be scout class?
They'd be scout.
Okay, because one of the things that kind of bugs me about Rat Trap, and I'll probably bring this up in the next Beast Unleashed episode we do, his rat, both the cartoon model and the toy for the original mold, the original rat mold, the very first one, they're extremely small, which obviously rats are small, okay?
Yeah.
When he transforms in a cartoon, his body looks like it's 10 times bigger than his robot body. Looks like it's 10 times bigger than what his animal form is, and it doesn't look like. I mean, I love the design of Rat Trap in the cartoon, but it just doesn't look like it should be that big. I mean, of course, if you stand him next to Cheetor or somebody else, of course, he's going to be the midget of the group. But it just doesn't. It seems like it's all out of fucking proportion.
No, I think that if the cartoon model had the same rat flank kibble that the toy had, it wouldn't look nearly as out of proportion. Like if you look at the cartoon model, he's got little rat legs on his backpack, and they're tiny, and the rat head is tiny, but on his chest, the rat head on his chest, but in the toy mold, the rat head's a lot bigger. He's got these huge rat feet hanging off of his shoulders, right?
Yeah.
He's got rat feet hanging off of his rat flank kibble on his back.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't look as drastic that way when you fold them up. It's like, oh, well, of course he's supposed to be that big. I mean, I think that they kept the proportions from the toy, although the toy, the cartoon looks like it should be a lot smaller because of the tiny little rat feet on his back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
The Transmetal version for the toy is the best one, I think.
And not as thrilled.
Because
and again, like I said, I really like these basic toys from the first line of the Beast Wars. And there's a buttload of them that never appear on the cartoon.
Yeah.
They ended up repainting.
Well, Rat Trap only had 3 molds, or not 3 animation models. The very beginning one, Transmetal, and then Beast Machines.
Right.
So, I mean, he didn't have too many designs in the cartoon that you could actually transfer with. I actually like I didn't think I would like it, but I'm actually liking this, the Beast Machines toy. Not that I want to get it, but it does kind of cool.
No, I thought that they did a really good job with the rat mode, with the Beast Machines toy, because it looks a lot like the one in the cartoon.
Yep.
There wasn't a whole lot, well, I don't want to say there wasn't a whole lot of articulation there. There's just not a whole lot you can do with him. Because again, he's a rat. He doesn't have a whole hell of a lot of articulation. The robot mode, though, kind of sucked ass because, he had legs, but he didn't. You could fold out legs out of his wheels, right?
Yeah.
But in the cartoon, he didn't have legs. He just had wheels.
Yeah.
So if you want him to be cartoon accurate, you've kind of got to...
Stay with the wheels.
Yeah, you got to prop him up kind of on this wheel thing, and he just kind of hunches over like that. He doesn't look right. I didn't like it. He's probably one of the more cartoon accurate figures from the early Beast Machines line.
Yeah.
They didn't really get good at cartoon accuracy until toward the end.
I was gonna say Supreme Cheetor.
Well, Supreme Cheetor was a really good cartoon likeness.
Yeah, it was just a horrible toy.
Oh, horrible toy, yeah. That's what freaks me out about him, and I could go on about him all day, is that he's got chunks of plastic on him and joints that look like they had planned to do a lot more with him than what they did.
You mean the Cheetor one?
Yeah, the Supreme Cheetor?
Yeah.
I mean, when I first heard they were going to have, a Cheetor that when transformed would be the size of a house cat, I was, I'm skeptical. I'm like, bullshit, right? And then you see pictures of, like, Aaron Archer with this damn thing draped over his shoulders. Like a cat, and I'm thinking, no freaking way. And then they were selling it for $50 a pop, and I said, I'm not going to buy... I'm, just not going to buy a toy for $50. And after a while, you started seeing them clearanced out for $20. But I mean, I got one before I saw them that low. But everybody was disappointed with this toy because it had some gimmicks. It was interesting. It made headlights and sound, and he had that thing where his arm did the chest burster thing. It reached out, but it just wasn't that great of a toy. For a toy of that size, you would expect it to do a lot more. And it just didn't. But again, there's stuff on him, especially around his feet, and his arms, the little hinges here and there that look like he, in prototype mode at least, that he was supposed to do a lot more. And he just, either they said, you know what, the toy's too damn big, and we at this price point we can't afford to do X, Y, and Z, so we have to remove it. And next thing you know, he's crippled and ends up being a piece of shit.
Nah.
Well, I don't want to say. I want to say that they hobbled a lot of his planned functionality. Put it that way.
I actually had this one, but I got rid of him because the coloring pissed me off.
Right, when you say this one, that's not helping out.
Well, you're supposed to look at the...
Oh, yeah, okay, that's Transmetal 2 Cheetor.
Yeah, I had him, I got him, I think I got him for like $14 off of eBay or whatever. And...
You paid too much.
Whatever. Well, deluxe figures range, depending on if you go to Walmart or whatever, between 12 and, 10 and $12, so $14 isn't bad, but... when I got him, I left him in the package because I looked at the thing, and going back to that whole class transforming thingamajig, level of transformation crap. It said level 3, very difficult. And I'm like, what the hell? I left him in the package. I eventually sold him. One of the reasons why I got rid of him was because I didn't like the colors on him because they're not the cartoon. The toy looks accurate as much as it can be to the cartoon, but the colors on him suck. Because the cartoon version of Cheetor was mainly blackish gray, not mainly yellow.
I was just getting down in my shelves to look down there to see if I
have him.
Yeah, he's in there. I have him. I was just wondering if he had a repaint. I know they did a Tripredicus Agent, a Walmart exclusive. And he's in the closet. I never took him out of the box.
Yeah, probably.
I never took him off the bubble, but I have the original down there. I always liked the Transmetal 1.
Yeah, I'm really liking that one. I actually like
Rockets.
That one.
Yeah. Yep. They did a, I want to say it's a Fox Kids repaint that was red.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I don't like
it was
red.
Sharp.
I don't like the red.
Really? Oh, I love the red one. It's like red and... I don't have it up in front of me, but he was like red and gold.
Well, yeah, kind of. Let's see. I don't know.
Yeah, red, gold, and black. I mean, how sharp is that? That's a really nice figure.
Yeah, it is, but...
I don't have a picture of the... Oh, yeah, they do. Here it is. Transmetal Deluxe. The original was nice.
Yeah, the original. Yeah, I want the original one. The original...
Yeah, he had pop-out wings, and I like that one a lot, but the repaint was like, wow. Yeah, that repaint's actually hard to find. I had to hunt for a while to find that one, and the one I got was mint on card, and I didn't want to take them off the card. But yeah, it's a very sharp figure. Really like that one.
What the hell?
Huh.
The Beast Machine's Mega version and then the Supreme version. They look exactly the same, for the most part.
Beast Machine's Mega and the Supreme. Well, yeah, no, not at all. You know what? I liked the. I'm one of the few people who did. I liked the Mega version because he makes a really cool looking figure in both modes, or both modes. Sorry, but the problem is the damn thing doesn't stand up. Will not stand in either mode because, well, in robot mode, if you look at like his ankles, his legs extend out. They just pull out from his like in the back of his Cheetor legs, and that makes him really tall. It makes him look really sleek and tall, right? And that's awesome. The problem is that they don't stay, and he shrinks. And he's got a kind of a gimmick going on with his arm that doesn't really work all that well. But and he's got all this green detailing, which I don't think is in the cartoon at all. So people were complaining that he wasn't very cartoon accurate.
In the Mega, you mean?
Yeah. And again, he's got a whip weapon for a tail, which I hate.
Yeah.
Sometime, I want to say around 2000 or so, Unicron.com, the Lucas brothers, made a add-on set for these, and it was, kind of one of those early garage kit type thing with a stand for Black Arachnia. So you could tuck her legs in the stand, and she could stand up in. She could stand anyway. She had feet, but in the cartoon, she did that thing where she would get up and do the crane kick.
Yeah.
She was like the martial arts expert, and you couldn't really do that. Put her up on her tippy toes and kick things, but they made a stand that would allow you to do that. I'm trying to think. I think something else came with that set too.
I'm looking at Cheetor's, because I've taken a few screenshots, because actually, as everybody knows, Cheetor is my Rodimus of Beast Wars, pretty much. I'm looking at screen. Well, he is. I've said it before.
Yeah.
Same evolution, kind of. Same character, except for Beast Wars, it took Cheetor a little bit longer, obviously, because the show ran longer, and eventually into Beast Machines. It didn't just introduce him once and then show him haphazardly leading and whatever. But I'm looking at a couple of screen caps I've taken, and he does have green around his chin in the robot mode, and he does have like green around his like chest plate type of thing, and he does have it on his arms. So I mean, the Mega could technically be the most cartoon accurate, but I don't know.
It's a sharp looking figure. It just has flaws in its balance and the ability to stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, yeah. I really liked the Beast Wars line. There's a lot of people that didn't. And I think now, in retrospect, you look back at Beast Wars and basically what it was for the mythos, and a lot of people, are kind of coming around. But back then, it was universally hated.
Well, yeah, because everybody was like, truck, not monkey.
Well, no, Truck Not Monkey was years earlier. That was in '96.
Well,
this was like, why is there religion in my Transformers? What the hell is a plant bot? I mean, there was just a lot of things that were introduced
Everybody just needs to leave Botanica and Rat Trap alone and let them have their little rat plant babies.
Oh, I don't even know what that would look like. I don't want to know.
Just basically take Drunky from Shrek 2. Drunky. Dragging it.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, nobody wants to see that shit. But, no, I mean, that was when they started to bring back vehicles into the Transformers line.
Yep.
It wasn't like, robots in disguise vehicles that were like real vehicles. This was like futuristic Cybertronian vehicles. But back then, there weren't any vehicles, and unless you count Machine Wars, and that really sucked ass. But yeah, I mean, that's I liked the line. Yeah. Anyway, that's getting down a whole tangent. Yeah. I'm looking at my Beast Machines shelf right now, and I'm looking at Night Scream, who might be the worst toy and the worst character ever, despite the fact that he was voiced by L from Death Note.
Yeah, see, I really don't want to go into the whole Night Scream thing because I think everybody's going to be surprised of my opinion of him once we end Beast War. Once we get to pretty much almost the end of the Beast Unleashed podcast, almost the end of Beast Machines, people are going to be very surprised at my opinion of the character in the cartoon. So, as far as the toy, it's a bat. It's a bat, and I have problems with bats because of fucking Ace Ventura. When Nature Calls, because of the whole fucking bat guano thing. So, yeah.
Bats and spiders, huh?
And you better not link me to any bat guano videos or I will kick your ass.
Had a blog post where I was complaining about them not really being different enough. Like, they're all damn yellow, what the hell? Anyway, but yeah, the activators are basically, scout size figures that have that spring-loaded gimmick, and oddly enough, Rat Trap is the exact same size and height. Yeah, so yeah, it's very similar. So I would say that in today's terms, the Scout ones would be an activator. Yeah,
and I still say the Transmetal 1 version is the best version, but that's just me. Tail whip aside. Tail whip aside, okay? You have to admit that they could have gone completely off model as far as the toy design compared to the cartoon. You have to admit that toy is pretty much taking the model from the cartoon.
Oh, they did a very good job.
Yeah,
making everything was cartoon accurate, which was a kicker when they went to Beast Machines, and suddenly we started seeing toys that had no resemblance whatsoever to the... Well, not whatsoever, but not a very good resemblance to the...
That mainly came into focus with Optimus's toys, I think, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, to a certain...
I think that if I ever had a Beast Machines Optimus Primal, the only one I would probably want is the Blast Punch Optimus Primal.
That's a nice figure.
Yeah.
Air Attack is nice. I mean, Air Attack is a lot closer to the cartoon. Actually, the Air Attack might be closer to the cartoon than Blast Punch. And he has articulated fingers, so he can give you the bird. In fact, mine's on the shelf giving me the bird right now. And he talks, too. I think if you push him in the chest or something, he says, the seeds of the past are buried in the future. The seeds of the future are buried in the past, or something along those lines.
Oh, wow.
Gary Chalk would know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, I think when we talked to him, he misquoted, too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, but...
Yeah, I'd have to go back and listen. Yeah, I'd have to...
It was a long time ago. Yeah. I wouldn't remember 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Ask me what I said 10 years ago, I'd be like, I don't know.
What? Well, not that you really probably want to talk about this, but when you had your job at that most infamous place in Chicago, did you ever meet the man and ask him anything, and what did he say? Or what did you say to him?
Oh, God, I met him once, kinda, but not really.
You worked there and you didn't even meet the guy?
No, I mean the guy sits out in California and counts his money. He's like, I'm busy counting my money. He came out to Chicago. We were about to IPO our .com, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this was in 2000, before the bubble burst, the .com bubble burst. All the .coms were IPOing. eToys, which is non-existent now, Pets.com, which is non-existent now. These were all making money hand over fist on their IPO back in the day before the .com bubble burst. And we were gonna IPO on a particular day, and he flew out to Chicago to ring the bell at the Chicago Stock Exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and they were gonna name a road after him. Not like name it, like rename, 22nd Street, but I mean, all the roads in Chicago have honorary names that are all named after people who are famous in Chicago. But they were going to give him an honorary name, and he showed up, and I'm not going to say, I'm awesome, and now I'm going to go ring the bell at the Chicago Stock Exchange. See ya. If you need me, I'll be counting my money. And, it wasn't quite like that exactly, but it sounded enough like that to me. There was maybe 150 people working there in a building total. He could have easily have walked up and down the aisles and just kind of waved, hey, how's it going? Especially at the time, because, the .com thing was huge back then. We were making money for the guy. Mm-hmm. He could have easily just walked around and, hey, shake your hand, how's it going? I'm so-and-so, and you are? Well, that's great, and I appreciate you working here for us, and, keep up the good work. And he could have kept right on going. And honestly, I would have felt better about my job. I probably wouldn't have tried so hard to get myself fired. They never did fire me either. I swear, I would be like, lunchtime, I'm taking a nap. Put my feet up on the desk. And surf eBay all day. I was
lounging poolside.
No, there was no pool, but we did have an arcade. And me and my buddy.
Wait, you didn't work at the Chicago mansion?
See, now you're giving it away.
No,
but the Chicago mansion closed 30 years ago.
Oh.
There was no. He closed the Chicago mansion when he moved to California.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't.
But he left the business there. That's why it's headquartered in Chicago.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Yeah, but he lives out in California.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, getting back to this Air Attack Optimus Primal. The robot mode on Air Attack Optimus does look mostly cartoon accurate.
Yeah.
The alt mode sucks. They will never, well, not now, but I don't think they could have ever gotten a good toy alt mode cartoon accurate from the Beast Machine's Optimus Primal because it's just not possible.
In my opinion, you can't make a good gorilla mode. There's just no good gorilla modes.
Well, there is one.
I don't think any of them look good.
Well, that's your opinion. You're entitled to that, but there's one.
Which one?
Where is it?
Okay, tell me.
The one that I want, which no one will ever probably give to me or let me buy from them.
The gold-plated one? What?
Hell no.
Which one are you talking about?
Hell no. I'll show you here in a second. So this is a link.
Oh, God. No, the one that I like the most out of all of them is the leader class Optimus Primal.
That one. The Surfer Dude! That is a good gorilla mode.
That's not even a...
That is a good gorilla mode.
Transmetal... No, that's not even a gorilla.
Yes, it is.
I don't know what the hell that is.
That's a gorilla.
Transmetal Optimus Primal is not even a gorilla. I don't
Yes,
know what
it
that
is.
That is...
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And honestly, really, now that I'm looking at him and looking at Optimal Optimus, they kept the same damn arms.
Yeah, I guess they did.
Well,
they're just great big arms.
Well, as far as his forearms, like where his shoulder joint is or whatever, it looks almost the same as Optimal Optimus. A little bit.
Yeah, personally, if... popping out a different head and turning the waist around does not a transformation make.
Wait. So you're telling me that Optimus Primal in Beast Wars does not transform when his legs go halfway back and his head turns around?
It's not a very good transformation.
No, it's not.
It's an awesome toy.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of gimmicks in that toy.
Yeah.
I mean, he does a lot of cool stuff. He's got pop-out guns and missile firing missiles, and he's got a mace weapon that comes out of an arm, and he just does a lot of cool stuff. But there's not a whole lot to his transformation.
Well, no.
It's the same thing with a lot of the Beast Wars figures, where it's like, how do you transform? I stand up. Oh, wait. I stand up, and my beast head becomes my chest, and my robot head pops out of the inside of my chest. And that's how I Oh, and sometimes my waist will swivel around. Oh, and my tail pops off and becomes a whip. It's like, you know what? That's not a transformation.
That blue isn't even accurate.
I don't even know what color. Are we talking about Transmetal Optimus again?
No, that blue is accurate. I'll show you.
I don't even know what figure you're talking about now.
Well, the original. You're talking about the original, so I'm looking at the original.
So painfully off topic here.
Eh.
Well, yeah, I don't want to say off topic. We are talking about toys.
Yeah, exactly. So
we're not going off on movies.
Yeah, and Dennis Quaid movies at that.
Exactly.
But anyway, no, on the robot mode, all they do is take a G1 Optimus Prime head and lighten the blue to match the swords, and that's it. It's not even cartoon accurate.
Oh no, it's not. No, I don't think that they really knew what they were going to do with the face yet when they made this one.
Yeah,
it's a nice mold though. I mean, it's a really nice toy. My buddy, and again,
my buddy
and me, a buddy of mine who I don't want to say got me back into Transformers collecting, but this was back in 1999, and he was really big into Beast Wars. And he was like, "Oh, you got to try that. If you like Transformers, you got to play with these." And I did like Transformers, and I had at that point working in Chicago, I had a lot of disposable income, so I'm buying Transformers and digging them. And I had Transmetal 2 Megatron on my desk for a long time. And this guy was
the Red Dragon.
The Red Dragon, yeah.
I hate that toy.
I love that. That's an awesome toy.
I hate that toy.
Right, but for the longest time, this guy's like, "What do you mean you don't have a leader class Optimus Primal? That's an awesome toy." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just not as thrilled. It's a gorilla. The transformation doesn't look like us all that much." And he's like, "No, this is an awesome toy. You got to get one." And finally, I was at a BotCon, and I was like, "Yeah, I guess I'll buy this one." No, I was at BotCon, and I wanted something for Gary Chalk to sign, and I didn't have a monkey yet, so I said, "Yeah, I'll break down and buy one." So I bought one, and actually I bought two. I bought one that was really nice condition, and I bought one that was missing all its parts, and I had Gary Chalk sign that one.
Mm-hmm.
Still a good condition, but he didn't have any accessories. But what it come down to is, once I owned it, it was like, wow, this is a really nice toy.
Mm-hmm.
He does a lot of cool stuff. And I just wasn't expecting him to be that cool, so I was really happy when I got one.
Yeah. I'm actually trying to find the stupid thing here now.
What are you looking for?
Oh, the Megatron toy.
The purple one?
No, the one I don't like. The Red Dragon crap.
Oh, no, I like... Now, are you confusing this one with the Beast Machines one?
No. I'm talking
about... cloak?
No. I'm talking
about the Red Dragon. The Red Dragon, that was awesome. That's a great toy.
The Red Dragon toy sucks. The Red Dragon toy sucks. I'm sorry, it does.
Have you ever held one?
It's an awesome
animatic... Have you ever seen one up close?
In pictures, yeah.
No, I'm saying up close. You have to transform it. You have to know how difficult this is to transform. You have to feel the heft of it in your hands. You have to, see it, and it's really nice.
Optimus is at least 5 pounds. How much more can that one weigh?
Oh yeah, he is heavy, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's not as heavy as Optimal Optimus, but he's got, like I said, he's got some heft to him. There's a lot of plastic there.
If I was ever going to get any of the Beast Wars Megatrons, it would be the Transmetal 1, the purple dinosaur.
Yeah, and again, I just wasn't thrilled with any of the Transmetal molds.
Loved it.
Not as thrilled.
This thing is awesome.
And from what I'm told, it breaks very easily.
Well, I don't know if it breaks very easily or not, but yeah,
the hips break.
Oh, well, maybe he's
section there. Yeah, he's got that gold plastic syndrome, I think, right there at the hips, and it'll pop off.
Yeah, see, the only good thing about the fucking Red Dragon one is the Dragon mode. The robot mode sucks.
Why does the robot? Well, what about the robot mode sucks? Tell me.
All right, the head sculpt. First of all,
the head sculpt is cartoon accurate.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Not at all. Not from what I see in that picture. There's no way that this is cartoon accurate. There's no way in hell because just no way.
And again, I think you're kind of selling it short because you haven't actually seen it up close.
All I'm saying is from that picture, comparing to as far as cartoon accuracy, okay, that is nowhere near close to what the cartoon model looks like. Now I know back then they were not all about cartoon accuracy. That's more than fine. But, that's been basic.
Yeah, some compromises have to be made, yeah.
True, but compromise in the damn alt mode, not the freaking robot mode. Don't compromise in the head sculpt.
Yeah, no, I think he looked... I think he was cartoon accurate. I think he was, he's a good toy. And he looks damn good on display. And I've even got the blue Cryotech repaint. And I like both of them.
Oh my god.
I used to have both of them on display on my dresser. Back when I only had 20 or 30 toys.
Here, look at that file. That is what the head sculpt should look like. And on that toy, it is not what it looks like. Now, I'm not saying it has to be that detailed, but the toy, it just doesn't...
Now, what I'm saying here is that on that head sculpt, and again, this picture doesn't really do it justice. You'd have to really zoom in. But I'm looking at the computer model, right?
Yeah.
And the molding on his helmet crest there, that's there. The kind of claw things that come around.
Maybe that is what I'm looking... Yeah. Okay, then it's his eyes. I don't know. I never liked the whole Red Dragon thing.
Not sure. No, I think the head is very, very cartoon. I mean, the eyes, okay, they're green, but they come surprisingly close to being accurate.
Meh. That's what I say.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
All right. That's fair, but
I don't know. This is one of those things where it's like that subtle change, like from Transmetal 1 to this. And the only reason why he even got that was because he stole G1 Megatron's Spark, which was his whole plan all along. But as far as the toys go, if I was to ever have a Beast Wars Megatron, I would want the Transmetal 1 purple shiny T-Rex.
And again, it's just not my.
It's all about preference, and I mean, hell, we can agree to disagree. I mean, we don't have to go on and on and on about it like we are, but anyway.
Yeah, we've gone on way too long. You know what? We're probably about an hour into this, and we haven't even talked about.
I know, and that's where we're going now. So. We will be right back after hearing something from Rat Trap.
Man, we might as well put up a sign saying, "Welcome, Predacons, enter here."
Well, you had already talked about Beast Machine's Dragon Thingamabob Megatron.
Yeah, we did a review.
Yeah, a number of episodes ago. And my problems with that are the same thing. Well, like I said before, one of the reasons why I don't like Red Dragon Megatron is because I like the Transmetal 1 version. That's the only reason why I don't like the Dragon version. whether it's the toy or the cartoon. I don't like either of them. I don't mind the cartoon model because it looks cool, but I just meh. But I keep saying meh. But, you know, again, the whole problem I had with the Beast Machine's toy, he has feet at the bottom of his friggin' cloak. I get that they had to do that for the toy, but that's not cartoon accurate because his robot mode, he never had any feet. But anyway, so yes, this is ToyCast episode 53. And we're
moving right along.
Yes, we're going to be moving along because we've really gone on long enough with this whole crap.
There is a pooch involved here, and we have screwed that pooch.
Ew. It's almost like that video with the cat sitting on the spinner and scratching at the dog or whatever. I saw.
Alright. I'm going to forget you said anything.
No! There was a video on YouTube or somewhere where every time the dog tried to come up to the cat would scratch at it and the dog would back away, and the cat was spitting on something. Anyways.
I'm spinning.
Yeah. I will be talking about Mighty Muggs. I know you hate these things, but I usually try to do these without you because I know how much you don't like them. But
the hatred doesn't run quite that deep. Well, yeah, okay.
Anyway, one of your since you are a G.I. Joe fan, I will be talking about G.I. Joe Mighty Muggs, the Baroness, worst Mighty Mug out of the G.I. Joe line.
Because it's a girl, right?
No.
You're a hater.
No. I said in my YouTube video, oh God, hell, back at my birthday, almost. But by the time this episode airs, almost 2.5 months ago, I did a video of all the stuff that I got in for my birthday, a video for each item, and the problem with Baroness is her head sculpt. Now, as we all know, the Mighty Muggs have superly deformed, giant, oversized heads.
Superly deformed.
And Baroness is no exception. Except hers is even worse because instead of like the Jean Grey Marvel mold where they actually just have the wig, it's a wig and it can come off. This is molded on. She has a Darth Vader helmet for hair. It's just astronomical that this thing is even like this. It has almost like a collar at the bottom of her hair, like you know how girls have like hair that like come right up to their chin. Okay. Right there, at the chin line, right there where the hair is, it drops and curves. It doesn't curve up, but it curves slightly out, so it makes it impossible for either one of her arms to be raised fully. Forget the fact that she has a fucking M16 weapon. Just putting her arms up. She has no arm articulation whatsoever. God, this is the worst.
It boggles the mind.
This is the worst Mighty Mug out of the G.I. Joe line. Much as I think that Bumblebee is the worst one out of the Transformers line, outside of the movie Transformers Mighty Muggs, which should have never been fucking made. I'm not even going to go there. I'm just going to say that now. She falls in line with Sabretooth from the Marvel line, which Sabretooth completely sucks. Sabretooth is just... you know how in the Mighty Muggs their face is like right on the front of the head? Sabretooth's, it's... mainly the front part of the face, the front part of the head, is his mouth, and his eyes are on the top of his fucking head. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't get it. I think the thing that I don't like about the Baroness is the fact that, you know, she's got a body like the Ooga Chaka baby. No, I mean, the Baroness is supposed to be hot.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I see a picture of the Baroness, she's hot, and she's in head-to-toe, full-length, you know, body, skin, leather suit, right? And she's got the thigh-high boots and a great big freaking gun.
I put it in my Skype window, so maybe you can see I don't know if you can see by that image in my Skype window, but maybe you can see what I'm talking about as far as the hair stuff, as far as the actual face.
Oh, I have a picture up. I can see it. The hair looks like a helmet, almost.
Yeah, and that's what sucks about it.
Almost like a Lego minifig.
Yeah, pretty much.
The hair kind of plugs in on top.
Oh, it's glued. It's on there. I mean, if I try to get this thing off, it's gonna rip glue and whatever else that's got this thing stuck. It's like it's super glue or industrial glue or something. Like her drunk ass just fell down. What the hell?
That happens.
Just like fucking Air Razor from whenever we recorded the Air Razor episode. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
What?
Yeah, I'm sending you a link.
Oh boy, here we go again.
So, this is what I would expect Baroness to look like. This might be a little too anime for your taste.
Oh boy, animated shots, yay.
It's anime Baroness. What? She's a fictional character. She can be animated.
Alright, hold on here.
But it's like, she's supposed to look like this. She's not supposed to have a,
I put the
Ooga Chaka baby, the Ooga Chaka baby body.
Yeah, there's the I put the Sabretooth image in the Skype window there, so you not sent it to, I put it in my image window, and wow, the only thing that's, here, right, no, wait.
Yeah, that's the one.
No. What the hell? Oh. That's not even the right damn link.
Clearly this is
I
all
clicked on the wrong damn link. Well, I'm looking at this now, and yes, you are right.
There we go. I would even settle for the the real life version.
The real life version.
I want to say chubby girl in Cobra armor.
What? Oh wow! Of course, this isn't loading. Oh, it's loading now. It's taking a couple minutes, but
slowly.
Yes, slowly.
Yeah, there's a girl that does cosplay, and if you go online and do a search for, if you do a search on Google Images for Baroness, she's going to show up doing. It's a picture of her in a laundromat doing Cobra Commander's laundry. And it's funny, but it's like I wouldn't mind seeing more pictures of her posing in the Baroness costume.
Yeah.
On her DeviantArt page, there's a picture of her painted up, it's body paint, it's painted up like Chitara.
Oh wow!
And I think it's supposed to be Chitara. I was so digged to see more pictures of that. But no, I don't see any more.
Yeah,
how cool would that be?
And see, that's the other thing with her. What kind of a gun did she doing that? But I think they call it an M16, and that's not.
I don't think that's an M16.
Well.
Yeah. So suffice to say, she has a gun.
Yeah. We
had talked before about how cool it would be if the Mighty Muggs had
interchangeable weapons.
Yeah, look at this. She's got, clearly her hands are molded in such a way where they're supposed to hold a weapon.
Yeah, except you can't like pose her. The Mighty Mug version, you can't pose her to have the weapon, to have her arm up, pointing it at somebody.
Yeah.
Because of the damn hair thing. That's the only problem.
Yeah, okay. I'll buy that. Her hair should really be longer. Oh my god, that Sabretooth looks like ass.
I told you.
Alright, so you just posted the Sabretooth, and yes, he does look like ass.
Yeah, I told you. Uh-oh, media lunch.
Totally
What the hell is a media lunch?
Take a look.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what Baroness is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
In the bodysuit.
Yeah.
And even the figure, the action figure, has the ridges kind of where the body armor kind of bunches up there, and the thigh high boots, they have those ridges there.
Yeah. See, I don't know what they were going for with this version of her, with the Mighty Mug version. I mean, hell, she has a I'm just not know. I've never really looked up close at this. I mean, I've kind of, but never like really up close. But she has a thing painted on her stomach that looks like a fucking belly button ring. It's the Mighty Mug version. It's basically it kind of goes back to the thing when you were talking about flaming crotches with Human Torch.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's two lines. It's two grayish lines, but just from a distance, it looks like she has a circle on her stomach that could be a belly button ring.
Well, not wrong. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the. Yeah, I am. Never mind. Forget I said that.
What'd you say?
I just sent you a couple links of the Baroness walking Ravage.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you've ever seen that before, but there was a Transformers G.I. Joe crossover.
Yeah.
Where Ravage and the Baroness worked together, and there was supposed to have been a statue.
Yeah.
And I've seen pictures of it. It kicks ass.
Yeah.
Somebody owns this, and they're very proud of it. But it never came to fruition.
Oh, damn.
Isn't that the coolest thing ever?
That statue is awesome.
The statue would have been about $185.
Wow.
I'm not sure if I could pull off $185 really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's G1 Ravage.
I know.
With a Baroness taking it for a walk on a metal chain.
I know.
It's the epitome of awesome.
Yeah.
This is
if
awesome.
only you were not talking about a Ravage toy this episode, I would have made that the art.
Look at this next
I
one.
may still make that the art just for the fuck of it.
Somebody took a Classics Ravage and a Baroness figure
Ah!
put a little chicken on him.
No.
That is awesome.
No.
It's not as awesome as the statue.
No, it's not as awesome as the statue.
But it's still awesome.
Those G.I. Joe figures suck.
Well, maybe
That one does. You gotta admit, that figure does not do the...
That may have been the original. I'm not sure.
I don't know, but no. The statue's much better. Yeah.
Oh, man. See, now, as long as we're talking about Ravage.
What?
Oh, this is cool.
What?
Oh, I was... damn it. See, it doesn't exist. There was an image that I saw that looked really, really cool, and I was trying to find the original, and somebody took an Energon, they didn't name him Ravage. The Energon Ravage, it was called something else. It was one of the Terracons. And they repainted it as G1 Ravage, and it looks really sweet, but they took the image down.
Damn.
Yeah, bastards. It's like, what the hell's wrong with you people? But no, that looks very cool.
Yeah. No, that, damn. I almost make you want to talk about one of your Ravage toys so I can use that as art.
Oh. Haven't I talked about all my Ravage toys already?
I don't know. I don't think so. Everybody else has talked about Ravage toys. I don't think you have. I don't know.
Ravage is just very cool. It's hard not to.
Yeah. Ravage is awesome.
Yeah, Ravage is.
Well, you know, I don't have any more Baroness stuff, so I should have waited. But I was going to say, whenever you get your mail-away figure, would have been a perfect time to use this art.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Damn.
Sorry. See, yeah, you could have done a Baroness, and that's going to make you want to run out and buy the G.I. Joe version now.
G.I. Joe version, huh?
No, the G.I. Joe movie version.
G.I. Joe movie version.
The movie version of the Baroness figure?
Yeah. Oh.
They still make those, you know.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
The
hamster's running.
Yeah. What the hell are you talking about? I don't pay attention to G.I. Joe toys. I have enough prop.
Oh. You know what? I just wasn't thrilled with the Baroness in that movie. I wanted to see... I wanted to see something more like Scarlett Johansson. I did. No, seriously. I think she would have filled out the catsuit very well.
Yeah.
And the chick they had doing it, I think it was Sienna Miller.
Yeah, Sienna.
Wasn't thrilled with her.
You know, the only other thing I've ever seen her in was a canceled Fox show called Keen Eddie.
And that's why it was canceled.
What, the title?
I don't have no idea what it is.
Oh, Long and short of it, he's a cop that gets transferred to London, basically.
I would have bought one. And yeah, I think that for $185, I think that they would have went on clearance before they had all sold out, and I would have gotten one cheaper.
Mm.
Yeah, I like doing that.
That's just that thing is so awesome. I may just make that the permanent ToyCast art for the rest of the show's lifespan.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
The least you could do is make sure you have the link in the show notes.
Oh, hell yeah.
You got to copy and paste all the links here from the chat window.
Well, I have majority of them open, so I will most definitely post the anime version.
Was it yesterday or today? I forget. Somebody said, "Oh, Zombie Prime, ha ha ha," and I said, "Oh, we actually did a podcast about Zombie Prime."
Yeah, that was the other day.
And I went back to the Geekcast Radio page to see if I could find that particular episode.
Episode 18, yeah.
Yeah, the Transformer episode titles were not on there, so I couldn't find the exact one. I knew it came a little bit after 5 Faces of Darkness, so I just guessed it was 18.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. It was so long ago, I couldn't tell
Yeah.
you. But
actually, it's funny, and this is the first time I've mentioned this to anybody. It's funny you mentioned the TFG1 podcast. Since I've been on Radio Free Cybertron in the last couple of weeks, a few weeks ago, as we're recording this March 26th, the March 24th episode, we had a talk about G2 and BotCon and all that stuff, and now that I've watched some of the G2 episodes on YouTube, I am completely against the G2 cartoon. It is nothing but poorly edited, rehashed G1 episodes with a fucking cube.
it's got the cube box
Fucking
around it.
ridiculous. The edits are so horrible. A 5-year-old on YouTube could do better editing that shit than what that cartoon is. But I digress. My point is, I was thinking about doing...
There's a point.
Yes, the point is, I was thinking about doing the TFG2 podcast.
Oh, you're kidding.
No.
No, the TFG2 podcast would be our podcast, except with a cube around.
Exactly, I know.
It would be the same one.
No, it really wouldn't be the same one, because I wouldn't include the movie.
Oh, yeah!
I wouldn't include the movie, and I would just be nothing but ranting about this fucking cube every single episode. Because the cube is so fucking bad. There are certain cartoons out there that are so horrible, the only good thing about them is the themes. That's the only good thing about the G2 cartoon, is the theme.
The theme? They had a different theme song?
Yeah. Everything was different about G2, other than the fact that it was rehashed G1 episodes.
That's funny. See, I don't actually remember the G2 ones. I didn't watch them.
The G21s? What the hell is a G21?
The G2... Well, no, I said the G2 ones.
Yeah, I know what you...
Not G20. G21 is in the... Was it 2044? My math at 2034. My math is off again.
Yeah.
2054.
Generation 2... Yes. But overall, the Baroness, as far as the Mighty Mug goes, I've been saying it throughout this whole episode. Meh. It's just... and the only problem I have with her, obviously, is the whole head thing. Because you can't move her gun anyway. You can't move her arm at all. I mean, you can move it slightly, but it doesn't have the same arm articulation as all the other Mighty Mugs do. Alright.
Yeah. Well, see, my opinion is that, you'll never see Playboy-themed Mighty Mugs.
Well, okay, well...
wants to see their Playmate models shaped like an Ooga Chaka baby.
Yeah.
I just... It's like there's a reason why they're such a popular character, is because she has boobs.
True.
And they're not displayed prominently here on this particular mold.
No, not at all.
Oh, so you just sent me the link, and I'm not even going to go there.
No, you gotta go there.
No, why? It's video. It's going to mess up the audio.
No, it won't. You gotta go there. Well, at least after the show, and we can put a note. I'll put a bumper before we do the outro.
Right. I mean, it's literally a link. You know what? No, I'm not going to play this right now. Remember, we're on Skype.
Yeah.
And whatever bandwidth we burn up watching YouTube videos is going to, detract from the Skype connection.
Anyways, we are going to... I'm going to actually try to go back to the G.I. Joe cartoon and try to get some audio from Baroness, so we will be right back after these messages.
Your meddling brought us defeat! Again and again and again!
Hey, this is Sari, and you're listening to the Geekcast Radio Network of podcasts.
Alright, we are back, and we're going to close the show, because, it's been one of those long shows, like usual, but it's okay.
It just seems that whenever I'm around, drag on and on and on.
Well,
I think I need more direction. I think I need to be told to shut the hell up around the 45-minute mark, I think.
We'll see. No, I don't want to say that, but I'll tell you later. I think I've already told Jake a couple of times. But
to shut the hell up?
No.
I'm sure there's a lot of listeners around the 45-minute mark going, Michael, shut the fuck up, because you just won't shut up. Make it stop.
The thing is, we have fun doing these things, and hell, half the time when you and I record, it's a Friday night. There's nothing going on for the most part, so. Hell, as long as we're having fun, and I'm sure, we can bring some sort of enjoyment to the people.
We enjoy ourselves, yeah. I think the highest compliment that could be paid is if somebody listening were to say, I would have liked to have been on that call.
Yeah, oh, dude, you have no idea about calls. I mentioned a little bit earlier in this episode about that RFC, the latest, the March 24th episode. That Skype call was the longest Skype call I've ever been on. It lasted 3 hours and change. We recorded an extra long RFC, and then we recorded their other general show, New Soundwave. And it has to be the longest Skype call I've ever been on. 3 hours and change.
Wow. I'm surprised that there's not any degradation.
No, there was. Well,
we used to have issues with that. I don't know what happened.
Well, we don't have them now for the most part. I mean, sometimes when Steve's on, we have them, but that's because it's Steve.
Clearly, it's all Steve's fault.
Yeah. Well, way to go, Steve. So, do we have anything else we want to say, or do we want to wrap this up?
I say wrap it and let it leave a trail of bloody corpses in its wake.
Or bloody crumbs, whichever.
What would it be eating that would leave bloody crumbs?
Bloody bread?
I can see that.
Well, if you shoot somebody and they're eating a slice of bread, the blood's going to get all over the bread.
You'd have to shoot them in the head, though.
Well, yeah.
You'd have to be a really good shot.
Well, yeah, sniper.
What kind of person shoots somebody while they're eating? That's just rude.
Oh, shit.
Just let him finish his damn sandwich before you shoot him.
Oh, shit.
Just saying.
Oh, crap.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, damn. On that note, thank you for joining us here on ToyCast. There's several ways to get in contact with us to leave feedback for the show. Visit the website, geekcastradio.com. Join the forums, PecanCtMichael.com/Nexus. Leave the show feedback in iTunes. Please do this. Follow us on Twitter, TFToycast. Mine is TFG1Mike. What is your Twitter?
PecanCtMichael.
Follow us. Oh, I just said that. Become a fan on Facebook. Search Geekcast Radio Network. Called. Thank you for listening. Until next time.
Podcast good.
Supernatural. Welcome,
Brave Star.
Maybe it was a Manglore.
It's Castle Grayskull.
Okay, so do you remember what you were going to bring up now?
Yeah.
What was it?
Oh. My wife had gotten me a book from, I forget who the Book of the Month Club is. It's like a book club for little kids.
Oh, it's the Oprah Club?
No, it's not the Oprah. No. It's, and I forget the name, but they have books for kids, and she teaches elementary school, so once a month they have these little catalogs that the kids get, and the books are like
Scholastic?
Scholastic, that's it.
Yeah.
So she has a Scholastic book club.
Uh-huh.
And she brought me home the Allspark Almanac.
Wait.
From the Scholastic book club. Okay, but here's the difference. The one she got me is small. I mean, the Allspark Almanac is
yeah, I have it.
I have it too. It's big, right?
Yeah.
This one is much smaller. It's probably about it's about 8.5 by 11. It's about a comic book size, right?
Yeah.
They took out all of the let me see here. All of the episode synopsises, right, and all of the and pretty much anything with print on it, right? Okay. All the printed pages in the middle. They took all that out, but they left all of the character design pages and the character synopsises, bios. Yeah, they left all the bios. So I mean, it's a smaller book. It's thinner, and the page size is smaller. But they have all the bios here. They have all the concept art. They have all the art, and it's neat. It's really cool. And I mean, if we had a Jim Sorensen interview after I had owned this, I would have had you ask him about it. I think that honestly, I wonder how many copies of this they've sold to little kids, as compared to the copies of the big ones, the complete version for adults.
I can always shoot him an email and ask him about it, and I can bring it up on the next show.
It'd be worth asking. I mean, it's really cool. It's a really cool little book, and I got it, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. Thank you. And my wife was like, wow, I keep on the lookout for. I've got a bunch of Scholastic books.
I love Scholastic. I used to
Transformers Scholastic books that she'll pick up for me, right? And I'm like, well, thanks. And I showed her the other one. I said, well, look at this one. This is the one that I bought. And she's like, oh, so you already have it. And I'm like, well, no, I've got this one. This is completely different. Not completely different. It's, this is like the kiddie version.
Yeah.
And I so dig it. I think it's really, really neat.
Yeah.
And I tried telling her, hey, this is so cool, and thank you. And she's like, no, you already have it. Screw you. And I'm like, no, I'm serious. This is really neat. I really like this. And I told her, I'm going to bring this up on the next podcast. And, because us geeky types love this type of thing. We just compare and contrast the two. And the simple fact that it exists. I mean, we waited so long. Rumors of the Allspark Almanac were circulating long before it actually went into print.
Right.
And we anticipated it, and we waited for it, and finally it came out. We can only get it through Amazon. It's like, what the hell? Why do we got to go through Amazon? And yet there's this kind of smaller junior version for little kids circulating around that we had no clue about.
Okay, I'm deeming to you right now, you must do a YouTube video of this thing.
Oh, man.
Yes. No, there's no arguing. You must do one just to show everybody that it is in existence, because people are going to... I guarantee you, now that we've told everybody about this, I guarantee you by the time episode 53 goes up, people are going to be emailing me saying, oh, I want to see it, or oh, I want to see it, or people are going to be hounding you on Twitter about this. So you need to go ahead right now, even though this is episode 53, you need to just do a YouTube video.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I'll take it under advisement.
Alrighty then.